Hello everybody, my name's Douglas Sorge and I'm going to be showing you my portfolio project built with React and Sanity.io for the front-end development course at Nucamp. When you come to the website, you're going to be greeted with a featured slider for posts that are featured. If you click on that, it'll take you to an article. Here's the content, here's the author, here's the share bar. But one thing we can't forget, that I forgot, is this drop-down nav bar here, which takes you to all the different sections of the website. This one here brings you to the social media accounts that don't exist. One thing that was a challenge for me, because I included this social drop-down later on, was restructuring the web page so that I could have them communicate with each other so that it doesn't one stay open when you close the other one. It just didn't look good, so I had to restructure the whole thing. Anyway, we have our authors here. That's my son Adam, he's adorable. Open it up. We have a biographical content, if you will, about the author, all the posts that he's written, totally responsive, as is every page of this website. Slider goes away, you get a vertical stacked column. Let's go back to the author. Oh yeah, here's the categories. That's something that I want to implement, is that when you click on a category, you're going to be able to get all the posts from that category. Because right now, the only way you can do that is to click on all posts, and then we have our filter up here. All right, again, totally responsive. Our about page here, nice and simple. Contact page built with FormSpree, styling done by yours truly. And if you wanted to make this a full-time hustle, you can request donations for people who like your work, right? The beauty of this design, which I tried to make sure, was that it was kind of ubiquitous to whatever content you wanted to use. So all you got to do is change the image here, change your logo, change your kind of branding here, and you're good to go. You could change the pictures, the descriptions are very easy to change through this, and you could have a blog for whatever it is that you want to focus on. Real quickly, let's see where we're pulling the information from. This is Sanity.io, and these fields here, post, author, category. You click on your post, you have title, an image that you can upload. The author is linked to the information here. Your categories are linked to the categories and featured or not featured. So if you wanted to, you would just click create new document, and it's going to ask you what you want to create, and you go to town. So let's jump into the code really quickly. And I'm talking quick because this is supposed to be less than 5 minutes. So I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to open the Sanity.io section, which is this folder here. And we'll look at the author schema. So what you're basically doing here is defining the overarching type of document that you're going to be including. And here, those fields, like I showed you, the image, the title, the name, slug, you're going to define those here in an array filled with objects. Okay, that's what all this stuff is here. And the way you're going to link that together to your front end is to go into this Sanity JSON that gets generated, take this code here, and we're going to include this client file here. Once you do that, you import it. Well, I guess you don't have to import it. It's already included in the build file, I guess. That links it right up to your Sanity.io page. The way that we're pulling data from the back end is through a GROQ query, grok, which communicates with the Sanity.io backend. We're using the use effect hook so that every time one of these components mounts, we're going to be doing a fetch to the Sanity client. Basically, the way this works, and this took me quite a long time to understand exactly what was going on, particularly this little feature here, this arrow. That's called the dereferencing arrow. Anyway, you're going to name your type. You have to start off with an asterisk here, or else it's not going to work. But you have to do your type as author. So we're looking for all of the authors, and we're going to pull out the name field, the biography field, the role field. We're going to pull out the image, and we're going to save it to state. So we have author data, or authors, and then in order to do that, for if we want a list of multiple authors, we're going to use the map method up here and spit them all out into the structure that we want. And it's an object, so we're just going to call each property through dot notation. And all of the kind of post fields and author fields and that kind of stuff works exactly the same way. Let's find a little bit more complicated. Yeah, so you see these grok queries can kind of be lengthy, and they can include arrays themselves, which need to be dereferenced, and pull out certain properties from the arrays. So it was quite an in-depth type of development, and it pushed me well beyond anything I thought that I was capable of doing. A couple of challenges, obviously the grok query language, like I said, the drop down, getting the styling to be responsive was also quite annoying. But we got there through the magic of Flexbox and trial and error. That's it. I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. Take care.